G'day guys, thought I'd jump in and just show you an example of the type of trading I'm looking to do at the minute across the top 10. And look, it goes beyond the top 10. It's just where the liquidity is at the moment. I'll take you through now. Look, Bitcoin, it's obviously starting to sell off, okay? We saw it reject 10,000 again here, selling off. We've broken yesterday's low. Does that mean too much to me? Not a great deal, but it's a little thing that I do keep an eye on for. And if we break down through the low of this candle here, which is what, 9,053, I can definitely see a deeper pullback. So that means we've got to be ready for short trades, ready to go short. And that's what I'm looking at here. I'll just quickly run you through all of these charts. Ethereum obviously clearing a bit lower here, down a bit more today. You look across many of these, XRP really getting some momentum moving here. We just to quickly scroll at the dailies. Still pretty ugly there on Bitcoin Cash, but it is, it's mostly getting down through the low of that candle on all of these. We've seen Bitcoin SV breaking down already now, down 2.82%. Represents a bit of a better downtrend. Litecoin in the same regard, lower high, starting to move on a bit better. But you can see all these charts on the daily perspective. They're starting to show some weakness. They are rolling over. Now, again, it's about positioning myself to see if I can make money on the fall. And markets fall very, very hard in this space. So it does represent a phenomenal opportunity. So let me now jump across to the lower time frames and just show you what I'm looking at here, because I really am focusing on this 15-minute, 30-minute, that type of thing. Now, I know a lot of you won't have I know a lot of you do have my Fibonacci booster strategy, and you can see it here. I'm using Fibonacci points for this. Now, I'm only going to show it on one chart here, because I don't want it to be that, those that haven't invested in their education further are not, they're not missing out. But if you look at this, I've got a 50% overlaying with a 60%, also with a round number. So I'm really looking for pullbacks, either for a booster into there, or I can also wait for little cradles. Now, you've got the rules for the cradle. Lower time frames means larger positions contract-wise, same amount of risk. But what it does allow is that we can get position. This is why I'm looking at the top 10, because there's less issue around potential slippage. So that's why I'm focused on these top 10 when I look at this, looking for pullbacks back up into that range for little cradles and whatnot on Bitcoin. Ethereum really moving nicely here. I love the look of this chart. We've got this lower high, lower low, lower high, lower low, looking for little pullbacks in, little cradle trades, that sort of thing. Now, if I was to just zoom out a little bit and get a bit of a better perspective here. Again, oh no, sorry, I said I wouldn't do that. I won't. I'll leave it. I'm looking for pullbacks into that cradle. So now the last couple of times we didn't really get it. Maybe the 30-minute. No, we didn't quite get that what I was after there. Just been selling off quite hard. Love to see it pull back in a little bit deeper and give a small bearish candle. That candle's fine, but maybe a little bit further in. XRP, very nice fall there once again, waiting for pullbacks in. That pullback can be anything where there's, it's fitting the rules, where there's a good downtrend. XRP, it's okay. Probably preferred on the day, on the 1 hour, to be fair. Looking at Bitcoin Cash here again, it's just had a bit of a dip down further here. Looking at this, little boosters, Fibonacci boosters or cradles. BSV, you can see this trend. If I jump to the 1 hour, it's starting to look a little bit clearer. Again, lower high, lower low, lower high, lower low. Waiting for that pullback in, sticking to the rules, following that checklist for the crypto cradle strategy. That's what I'm waiting on. Coming down to Litecoin now. I'll just erase these fib points because it did pull and move away. But that's what I'm looking for. A pullback in, small bearish candle, and a fall. Now, I'm not saying that was a trade. I'm just saying that's the sort of thing I'm looking for. Back into that cradle zone. Best thing to do is when you get close to it closing, maybe a couple of minutes out, is go and do the math. Go and use the risk calculator and set the trade up with the numbers so that all you got to do when it, if that candle closes and everything's still the same is go click and it's done. Flip it around the other side. And if you want to know what I mean by flip it around the other side, hit that little red candle down the bottom. Sorry, not the red candle. Flip the box down the bottom. It flips the trade for you so you can put your stop loss in. It can be done quickly, very efficient. And if you want to see exactly how I do it, again, in the description below, there's a full video on how to raise your orders there for the cradle trade. So go suss that one out. Litecoin, still very nice there, waiting for that. EOS, check this out. It's starting to roll over quite nicely here. Look at that little bearish candle roll, bearish candle roll. Now that one did push back up, but that's the sort of thing I'm looking for. Little bearish candle. I'm wanting to see that come in. Maybe the 2 hour as well. But again, it's a matter of me planning the trade and then trading the plan. At the moment, it's about planning that trade because markets are extended on these lower time frames, waiting for that pullback in so that I can just take my trade and get what I need. Again, Binance really falling nicely here. Need that pullback. That's all I need is a pullback. It'll happen more likely across the top 10. Then it will give me opportunities to be selling, much the same as this little bearish candle here. Okay, so waiting for cradles on these lower time frames. That is my play today. If you don't know what the booster is, it's cradle only. Same with Ethereum Classic and same with Tron here, guys. This was a cracker just here, little bearish candle. Big profits on the way down. Now markets fall generally harder than they go up in traditional spaces. They fall really hard, they go up really hard in crypto. So keep an eye out for those cradles. Dig out your little checklist there for your watch list. So dig out your checklist for the crypto cradle strategy. And if you want to get the other two trading strategies, get across to tradercobb.com. Again, descriptions below, link below. If you haven't got an FTX account, open one, 10% discount below as well. Let me know what you want to see more of, guys. I'm happy to help out and facilitate your needs. Let's get you trading because we've got some good, better conditions starting to come in now with this downward pressure. I know it doesn't feel as nice when the market falls, but the opportunity for trading is always there if we've got momentum, and we're starting to see that momentum. So now, dust off your boots and let's get trading. Bye for now.
The Trader Cobb Crypto Show, talking business in blockchain.